Welcome to the most lavish, ridiculously grand palace on earth. Today we're stepping inside the Palace of Versailles, where royalty spent billions in today's money just to show off. Trust me, you've never seen luxury quite like this. Good morning guys, so I'm heading now to Paris because I'm planning to spend a day exploring Palace of Versailles. I've left the house at about 6 a.m. and the trip is about 3 hours to get to Paris. Yeah, it will be a very busy day. I heard it's a very big palace, so it will take the entire day to explore, so we'll show you around. So I actually arrived a bit earlier than my booking slot, which gave me plenty of time to take in the sheer scale of the palace from the outside. Seeing those massive gold-leafed gates in person was unreal. Since I had time to kill, I took a quick walk to a nearby cafe for some delicious breakfast before heading back to queue up. Once you step into the courtyard and head inside, prepare to have your mind blown. The interior is just phenomenal. To give you some context, Versailles started out as a simple royal hunting lodge in the 1600s, but King Louis XIV, the Sun King, decided to transform it into the center of French power. At its peak, over 10,000 royals, nobles and servants lived right here under one roof. Literally everywhere you look, things are gold-plated, painted and sculpted. It just screams absolute luxury. One of the most famous spots in the whole building is the Hall of Mirrors. It features 357 mirrors, which back in the 17th century were outrageously expensive, that mirror makers were smuggled out of Venice just to craft them. Moving from one room to another, you catch these stunning views of the grounds right through the windows. The only downside to the visit was just how packed the place was. It's one of the most famous visited sites in the world, so you definitely won't have it to yourself. But despite the crowds, it's an incredible experience. After exploring the rooms, I headed out into the gardens, and honestly they feel endless. You just keep walking and walking and the landscape just keeps going. The grounds cover nearly 2,000 acres, and back in the day the fountains used so much water that they couldn't run them all at once. They only turned them on when the king was actually walking past. After soaking in all that royal history, I hopped on the train into central Paris to grab some lunch, stretch my legs and recharge before making the drive to my Airbnb to settle for the night. Good evening, so done for the day and I'm heading now to Orléans to stay overnight before I start another day tomorrow. So my impressions about Palace of Versailles: I would highly recommend going to that place. It was quite impressive. Yeah, definitely go for that place if you're near Paris. The one thing you need to be aware of is it's very tricky to find a car park. It's not tricky, but it's, if you go for the car park that's literally in front of the palace, it's dead expensive. I think I paid about 30 euros for about 6 hours. So yeah, just be mindful of that. If you can find somewhere else and then commute from there, just do your own research, but it's very expensive to park next to the palace. But yeah, otherwise, absolutely loved it and I highly recommend going to that place, and I'll see you tomorrow.